Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and distinguished guests. I welcome you to the 326th meeting of Horizon Toastmasters Club number 01097255, Area 31, Division F, District 79. I am Toastmaster Muhammad Hassan, the acting sergeant at arms of the club. The mission of our Toastmaster Club is to provide a supportive and positive learning experience in which members are empowered to develop communication and leadership skills, resulting in greater self-confidence and personal growth. Before we proceed, may I remind you to please mute your cell phones or set them on silent mode and ensure that you avoid any unnecessary noises while the meeting is in progress. Please remain muted when speakers are speaking to avoid unnecessary distractions. Now, please welcome our presiding officer, DTM Fatah Inayal. DTM Fatah Inayal, virtual stage is yours.
Thank you, immediate past president. I inherited from you a club which is just awesome, simple as that. Now, because we have a very interesting meeting today, and it's going to be a euphoric meeting, I don't want to really take too much because I want to leave the rest for the team to introduce and to give us a great meeting. I'm glad to be the president of the club, and first of all, what I would like to do, really very quickly welcome some of our guests. Now, I hope I don't hit a member, but let me start with Toastmaster Shihab al-Najjar, the names as I can see them along. And Shihab al-Najjar, can you please introduce yourself and welcome to our club?
Yeah, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Good evening, our champion DTM Nazir as well. Toastmaster Lada, my close friend DTM Fattah. Honestly speaking, it is my, I think, second time to attend here, and I have been acting active member of different clubs in Division A, Garajna, Aspiring Leaders, Division B as well. And today is my second time to attend Horizon. I'm so excited to attend. I'm so happy to see also our champion DTM Nazir. Thank you. Back to you, Toastmaster.
Thank you. Now I'd like to ask Toastmaster James Murphy from the UK, living at the moment living in Saudi Arabia. Go ahead, please.
Hello. Yeah, I'm currently living here. Originally from the UK. I did Toastmasters quite a few years ago in Bristol, and just would like to re-engage with it and improve my social network and confidence and speaking skills.
Thank you, James. Welcome to our club. Now, Toastmaster Yunyati. Go ahead, introduce yourself, please. Where is Toastmaster Yunyati? Where is she? Where is she? I cannot see her. All right, moving on. The members in other clubs, and you know them, but they're guests tonight here, and I appreciate them taking a role. Let's start with John Dale.
Yes, thank you, President DTM Feta. I'm happy to see DTM Nazir here, our winner, and inspiring, and just inspiring. So thank you again for inviting me, and hope to have a wonderful session.
Great to have you here. Thank you so much. And now I'll move on to Edres Sacurat. Who doesn't know him? But introduce yourself, although I know you.
Hi, DTM Pita. Hello, everyone. It's nice to be here again. Back to you, DTM Pita.
Thank you so much. Gerald.
Hi, good evening, everyone. I'm Toastmaster Gerard, and I'm currently the president of Mabuhay Toastmasters Club. And thank you for having me as your panelist for tonight. And good evening to all, wherever you are.
Thank you, and welcome to the club. Yunyati, go ahead, introduce yourself, Elizabeth. All right, Yunyati doesn't seem to have...
Sorry.
Okay, let's go for Elizabeth. Toastmaster Elizabeth, where are you?
Hi, good evening all. I hope you can hear me. I'm driving.
Very loud and clear.
Good. Oh, perfect. So I'm just joining in. I hope to gain some other insight. I am TM Elizabeth. I am currently the VPE of Garajna and Aspiring Leaders in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. So I'm thankful that I got this invite. I like to see other speakers and learn as we all are here to learn.
Thank you so much. You're welcome to the club. Toastmaster Roel Ontiveros. All right, Roel, can you hear us? Otherwise, I'm going to move on to Srinivasan. Can you introduce yourself, Srinivasan? Although we know you, but go ahead, introduce yourself to the rest of the team.
How nice it is to listen to you, DTM Fatah. And good evening, everybody. And it has been a long time since I have attended any of the meetings. The last one was about a week before in my club, Tamil Toastmasters Club, and this being my second one. And as you may all realize from the pitch and my voice, I'm feeling better with all your prayers, and I hope that people will continue. I'm sorry I'm not in a position to open my video, but then I'm just looking at all of the people and I'm really proud of you. And thank you very much for that.
Thank you, Srinivasan. Well done. We're glad to have you here, and we'll pray for you and good health. Carla, Toastmaster Carla Andreas. Go ahead. Where are you, Carla? Carla, 1, 2, 3, Carla. All right. So I think I have gone through everybody. Hassan, did I miss anybody? Guests? I don't know. No?
DTM Ruel Ontiveros is back.
DTM Ruel. Oh, there you are. He's on now with his big smile. Ruel Ontiveros. Introduce yourself.
Hello, everyone.
Hey, hi. Introduce yourself, Ruel. All right, the smile I think is more than enough. That's your signature. All right. Now I think I have everybody been introduced, so I would like to obviously move on. We're going to have a great session today. We have a great captain of the ship today. Now, being the president and being the first meeting today, I have made a decision without going back to the ExCom. Would you believe that? DTM Nazir always tell me, you are an autocrat. I said, yes, I am an autocrat. What's the decision? Here is the decision. Hassan, the immediate past president, always called Eliza Princess Eliza. From today, she's no longer princess, she's the Queen Eliza. I have promoted her from princess to queen. Oh! So, having said that, ladies and gentlemen, we have a great session. We have a great theme today, which is called travel something. I'm not quite sure of it. I'll have to find out. Yeah, it's called Wanderlust. So, the Queen of Wanderlust, Eliza, you're the captain of the ship. Take it away and sail us to the shores of safety and enjoyment. Queen Eliza.
Ladies and gentlemen, let us put our hands together to welcome the stunning and lovely Toastmaster of the day, Eliza Juliana.
Good morning, everyone. This is the time for me to congratulate and to welcome our champion from District 79. So we are all very proud of our DTM Nazir. So let me again congratulate him. Congratulations, and please unmute all yourself and please give a big round of applause. You did a very big job in Nashville.
Thank you so much.
Today, I'm your captain of the ship, and after few times that we are wanderlust to everywhere, everybody went to Pakistan, somebody go to Europe, one person went back to Philippines. I'm still at my home watching all of you from all around the world. But now, we are going to have a session that we will listen to everyone and sharing our what is your name, Ricky? Yeah, I forget. Our favorite child that going to give a panelist and talking about his frequent flyers. Even though he kept on telling me, I'm visiting 18 and you are visiting 147. Yeah, I know, I'm still trapped in this cubicle. But don't worry, about half an hour ago, I just want to tell you one thing. I was sleeping because I'm in Singapore right now. It's already midnight. And I just told RD, please wake me up at 11:40 because I need to sleep tomorrow. I need to work. And this club is actually very dear to me. Everything happen always come from this world, this home of champion. So I don't know, 15 minutes before the time that actually I need to go down and prepare my things, I got a message from Toastmaster International. I got my DTM. So I don't know. It's like dream come true. But I just want to share all of you, my family here in Hobart, because whatever happened to me, you are always be the first to hold my hand, to make me the champion, to make me, you always there in my travel all around the world. So you are all, this is, even I give my DTM to my club, but this is for you guys. Thank you very much. All my mentors are here, all my friends, my family, my brothers and sisters. Thank you very much for always supporting me. So now back to our point and our business. Enough about me. Let's go to our meeting today. We have our great thought master that's going to give us a little bit of thought what we are going to have today. So our thought master is someone that I really impressed. He is someone that coming from the Andaman Island. I met him when he was so smart. He was a shy guy. He is very,
Point of order, Eliza. The John Dale is Toastmaster John Dale is our thought master today.
Oh, we change. Sorry. Okay, so our thought master is also one of the person that I really admire because he always good in his Zoom. I really want to learn from him from the first time I met him. And every time he just smile and he have a one of the best smile in Al Khobar. So please give him a big round of applause. Our thought master of the day, Toastmaster John Dale.
Thank you, Toastmaster Eliza. Simply traveling to see nature, landmarks, people, and festivals is a way of relaxing and unwinding. But beyond that, others have deeper reasons, such as experience tranquility, see the majestic and beauty of nature, learn other cultures, experience food, weather, and indulge with activities. Such extraordinary people who have the appetite for traveling are people-oriented individuals, and they are the wanderlust. Wanderlust individuals find traveling an rewarding and fulfilling experience and makes them unique, sociable, and exudes a dazzling personality. Not all of us can be wanderlust. Hence, to experience traveling the world requires planning, preparation, substantial fun, and a strong will to go through the steps. We will be hearing from certified wanderlust, and we will have a euphoria with such individuals. I have nothing less but respect and admiration to our wanderlust. Back to you, Toastmaster Eliza.
Thank you very much, John Dale. Yeah, Toastmaster John Dale. Like what you said, we are all wanderlust. Even me, I just keep on telling myself, maybe I'm a wonder pet. Do you know the cartoon Wonder Pet, yeah, something like that. And when people keep telling me that Eliza is Dora the Adventure, nobody call me the Wonderland because everybody know that I always stay behind. Even I stay behind my camera. One thing you need to know, the family that I made all around the world is a treasure. And they really know me, no need to meet a person in one room. As long as you know how to touch their heart, they are going to be your friend, even though you meet them only in this Zoom airlines. So our meeting cannot go without our grammarian. And our grammarian is someone that all the way we import from Mumbai. She is retiree from her Bollywood yeah, she was an ex-Bollywood actress, but then after that, sitting Toastmaster is more enjoyable than the Bollywood. So now she is here with us. Let us call her our queen and actress, Sangeeta Bhattacharya, all the way from Mumbai Wood.
Thank you, Eliza. Thank you, Madam.
You need to on your camera.
Your video,
Oh,
Sangeeta.
okay. Oh, thank you, Eliza. Well, as a grammarian today, the word for the day is euphoric, and it's characterized by or feeling intense excitement and happiness, a euphoric sense of freedom, and the thrill and sense of excitement you get on a roller coaster ride at an amusement park, or the sense of joy and fulfillment you experience after you reach an important goal, are both examples of natural euphoric moods. An example is that having this wonderful family, finding across the world, touching different corners of the world, makes me feel euphoric. And I'm so happy to be here today. A few synonyms are elated, ecstatic, and exhilarated. As a grammarian, I will be also observing the good uses of a word, the beautiful phrases that all of you are going to be sharing. And I will also make note of if at all, if there is any mistake of, I doubt it will be there, but that's what I will be looking out for. And I'll be giving my report when I'll be called upon by the general evaluator. Over to you, Madam President, Madam Toastmaster of the day. Toastmaster Eliza.
Today I have a lot of titles. I'm a queen, I'm a president, I'm also what else? Thank you very much, Toastmaster Sangeeta, for our euphoric word of the day. And now we also cannot move on without the counter. Counter is someone that I know for so long, since he's a bachelor until now he is married and waiting for the 2 kids to become to the world. So let's call our immediate past president, Muhammad Hasan.
Thank you, DTM Eliza Juliana, for a euphoric start of this meeting. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and respected guests. I'll act as your police tonight and will issue you tickets if you use any overused words, filler sounds, or crutch sounds, which could be such as and, well, but, so, you know, and all these words. I'll present my report at the end of the meeting whenever called upon by the general evaluator. And also, I'll be the Zoom master tonight and also the vote counter. Back to you, our princess, DTM Eliza Juliana.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Hasan. I think all of you need about 1 minute to call my name in full for now. So Toastmaster Hasan will be our vote counter and also the Zoom master. I don't have to tell about his roles because I need to keep our time. But we have someone that actually I don't know. All the way come from Riyadh. She is our general evaluator. She is a president of speaker of PICE Riyadh Toastmaster Club, a senior planner at Safari Company, champion speaker and compete in area, division, and district levels. And he is a civil engineer by profession. Let's give him a big round of applause, our general evaluator, distinguished Toastmaster Ruel Ontiveros.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster. And now, distinguished Toastmaster Eliza. And yes, thank you for that well-researched introduction. I don't know who gave it to you, but I think he or she tried to take it all from my Facebook account. And yes, thank you again, because really, I love the bubbly character that you have shown for this meeting and my role as a general evaluator. I've been observing the sequences and the different parts of tonight's program since the very start. And yes, I loved the full of life that the way you introduced this Toastmasters meeting tonight. Keep it up. And not only that, everyone is encouraged to remain in that euphoric stance so that we will make everyone remember this as a night that we will never forget, even if we are just in here, not going somewhere wanderlasting, but staying with wonderful people like you. I will be coming back with a set of meeting functionaries later, which is the grammarian and the accounter, but they will be giving also their report, these evaluators, and I will be supporting them. And later on tonight, you will get to know more about your weak points, the strong points, and the things that you may want to put some attention. I am already conditioned myself to love this program. I am really encouraging everyone to really feel the bubbly character of this program. And back to you.
Thank you very much, distinguished Toastmaster Well, for a very encouraging general evaluator, and you're giving us a lot of energy for tonight. And now, everyone, don't let your gut down. Everybody need to be happy, because remember, you still need to go for check-in. You need to go to take your boarding pass, boarding before you go around the world. And without that, I also need to ask, what time is our check-in time? So our timer will let us know what time we need to check in. Our Toastmaster is from, the shy guy from the Andaman, but now he turned to be somebody that a great speaker and future champion of Horizon Toastmaster Club, Toastmaster Abu Bakar Siddiq.
Hello, everyone. As a timer today, I will be keeping track of everyone's time. So you'll not be seeing my face much. Instead, when you're reaching your time limit, I will be using cards like green, yellow, and red. For example, in table topics, if you reach 1 minute, I will show the green card. If you reach 1 minute 30 seconds, I will show you the yellow. And if you reach the 2 minutes, which is the maximum time limit, I will show you the red. And at the end of the session, I will submit my report. Thank you. Back to you, Toastmaster today.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Abu Bakar. So everyone, one question for you. Do you feel the energy and the euphoric feeling now? We are going to take off soon. Yeah. So
Very
we
much,
have
yes.
Yeah, thank you, Toastmaster Srinivasan. It's very happy to hear your voice again. Yay! This is like a dream come true, you know. Today is like every good things happened in one night. And now, are you ready to fly, everyone? So now we are going to have our prepared speech, and this is going to be the project of our favorite child, but he is not a favorite now already because he need to go away. So we send him to the airport with his friend. So let's call our speaker for only one speaker for tonight, and he is our humorous champion in District 79 last year. He is someone that smile all the time until people keep on telling, Ricky have lost his he just cannot keep on, he cannot angry, but he just smile all the time. I don't know what is calling. So let's call our travelers, our panelists, moderator, Toastmaster Ricky Chuidian, to give all the best, and this is the stage for you.
Just a point of order. Can we hear speech objectives from the evaluator first?
Oh, sorry. Yeah. Since it's a prepared speech, so we have the evaluator that going to evaluate this moderator session. So the evaluation is going to be our distinguished Toastmaster RD. Distinguished Toastmaster RD, are you there?
I am here, and tonight I'm your pink rabbit.
Oh my God. I think distinguished Toastmaster RD, you need to change your face because why rabbit is not allowed on the flight?
Actually, they are. I have a passport.
Oh, okay.
Because my speaker is also in pink, so I wore pink. Okay. So before anything else, good evening, fellow Toastmasters. I am DTM RD, and tonight our speaker, Toastmaster Ricky, will be delivering his project in Effective Coaching Level 5, Project Moderate a Panel Discussion. And the purpose statement of this project is for him to apply his skills as a public speaker and leader to facilitate a panel discussion. The speech title is The Frequent Flyers. All the best to you, Toastmaster Ricky, and back to you, our Toastmaster of the Day, Queen, Princess, Distinguished Toastmaster, Eliza.
Thank you. Thank you, RD. Just one point, how timer would show his cards for this one, 20 to 40 minutes. Minimum 20, so green, 30 yellow, and 40 red, right? Or do we need to change it?
I would recommend to have it 20 green, 25 yellow, and 30 red. So the remaining 10 minutes we can allot for question and answer if ever the audience would like to raise some concerns.
Sure. Thank you.
Thank you very
Timer,
much,
please note.
everyone.
Thank you.
Looks like that the flight have a lot of turbulence. That's why the pilot keep on giving us all the things. So now let me call our passengers. Doom, 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 doom. Calling our moderator to give the speech, the frequent flyers. Toastmaster Ricky Chuidian to the flight. And all of us, please give a big round of applause to our Toastmaster Ricky Chuidian. The flight is go.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster of the Day, my dear Princess Distinguished Toastmaster Eliza Juliana. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters, friends, and guests. Welcome to our show, The Wanderlust, where we talk about euphoric topics that are not only being discussed during daylight, but also at night. Tonight, we're going to discuss and talk about a very special topic that most of us love, and I bet that is included in most of your bucket lists. And can you guess what that topic is?
Traveling.
Yes, traveling. Correct. Toastmaster Hassan, Sangeeta, you're all right. And they say that the world is a book, and those who do not travel read only the first page. And I am sure that this topic is not only timely, but also relevant, especially that things are now getting back to the new normal after we've been hit by COVID pandemic for the last over 2 years. And for over a decade now, I have been traveling so far, and I have visited about 45 countries. Now, how did I do that? Is it costly? Is it tedious? Is it tiring? How do I process the visa? Which places did I go to? What did I eat? So all of these things and more will be answered later on as I introduce to you our distinguished panel of guests for this panel. We are all honored and privileged tonight to have with us a panel of travelers who will be sharing their stories and will give us the tips and tricks that can help us with our future plans to conquer the world, or the universe rather. And we're honored and privileged to have with us these panelists who I believe we can learn a few things from and apply to our itineraries in the future. And now, without much further ado, I'm presenting to you our panelists in this evening's topic entitled The Frequent Flyers. Our first panelist is a Bachelor of Science in Nursing graduate from Western Mindanao University, finishing his master's degree in FINMA at St. Jude College in the Philippines. He's currently working as quality coordinator in Prince Sultan Military Medical City in Riyadh, and at the same time, a basic life support instructor certified by the Saudi Heart Association. He loves to travel, and his favorite country is Turkey. Now we say Turkey. Fellow Toastmasters and friends, let us all give it up for our first panelist, Toastmaster Gerard Louie Docdor. Toastmaster Gerard, good evening.
Hi, good evening, everyone.
How are
Good
you
evening,
tonight?
Ricky.
How are you tonight?
Alhamdulillah, I'm good. Everything's fine, and I'm a little bit excited for tonight's session.
Well, it's our pleasure to have you with us tonight, Toastmaster Gerard. And by the way, how many countries have you visited so far?
Well, actually, I haven't been to a lot, but I've been to 7 countries, and one of those countries I have repeated thrice. That's how
Wow.
I love the country. Yeah,
That
I guess
country
you know
was
what country it is.
Yes, I believe I have an idea, but I will not spill it all out now. We will get back to you, Toastmaster Gerard. Thank you so
Sure,
much.
TM Ricky. Thank you.
And our second panelist, fellow Toastmasters, is one of my so-called angels. I have watched him grow, spread his wings to be an amazing speaker and a great leader. He's the immediate past Area 61 Director and the past President of Perlas ng Silangan Toastmasters Club. Also, how can I forget that he's also a Champions humorous speaker. He currently works as Senior Project Administrator in Saudi Arabian Kent's Company Limited for 14 years now. He's currently studying Master in Public Management at the University of the Philippines and Master in Fashion and Luxury Management at the University of Acconi, Italy. He's one inspirational traveler, having a lot to say about the places he's been to. And he has traveled to over 40 countries so far. He is a nutritionist by profession and loves to cook and eat at fancy restaurants. Ladies and gentlemen, fellow Toastmasters and friends, let us all welcome our second panelist, Toastmaster Edres Sacurat.
Hello, everyone. Hello, Toastmaster Ricky.
Hi, Toastmaster Edres. Thank you for gracing our program with your presence tonight. How do you do?
My honor.
Wow, it's such a pleasure. Do you have any travel quotes that you would like to share with us tonight?
Of course, I always have a travel quote with me. It's travel as you can. Don't wait for tomorrow. Travel as you can.
Yes, I believe that that is something that we need to live by, because I remember I've been traveling almost every year before the pandemics. And when the pandemics hit, like the world stopped revolving, everything froze for a while. And I thought that things will not be going back to normal. And now that everything else is flying, like the planes or the buses are now moving, I think we can all be as active as we can and visit as many places as we want. Am I right, Toastmaster Gerard?
Yes, we should. We should be traveling as much as we can and as many places as we could. Because, you know, we're not sure of tomorrow. So let's take this opportunity that we have right now. Tomorrow is not guaranteed. So just hit and pack your bags as soon as you can.
Yes, that will be great. And for our third panelist, fellow Toastmasters, he's one of the most prominent names in the Toastmasters community and doesn't need any fancy introduction. But for tonight, I mean, how will I not be introducing this very amazing person? I mean, who doesn't know him? Reading his profile will be so long that the entire allotted time, which is 40 minutes, will not be enough. And I think that even the next term will not be enough for me to mention all of the things that he has done for the Toastmasters community. He's a multi-awarded Toastmaster who has served in almost all levels of the leadership ladder, having been a club officer, an area director, a division governor, club growth director, program quality director, the district director, and finally, he served as the Region 11 advisor. He was one of the recipients of the President's Citation, the highest recognition an individual member can get, which was awarded by the then International President Richard E. Peck during the 2021 Online International Convention. At present, he is a member of the past Region Advisory Council. And apart from his colorful Toastmasters status, he earned his degree in industrial management from the Technological University of the Philippines in Manila. He's also a certified purchasing professional by the American Purchasing Society and works at Arabian Center as Senior Procurement Officer. A man who believes that greatness comes from within, inspires others to be the best version of themselves, and has influenced many to conquer the world and see new places. He has been to 49 countries so far and off to his 50th in the nearest future. Fellow Toastmasters and friends, let us all give it up for our third panelist, distinguished Toastmaster, James Edward Taruc.
Thank you, Mr. Moderator, Toastmaster Ricky. Good morning, good evening, and Assalamualaikum to all my friends, my fellow Toastmasters. Glad to be here.
Well, thank you so much, distinguished Toastmaster James Edward Taruc. And before we proceed with the rest of our questions to be tackled tonight, I would like to ask you if you have any favorite travel quotes that you would like to share with us tonight.
Well, I just chanced upon this now before I joined the meeting. It says, life is short, death is certain, and tomorrow is not promised. So live the life that you wanted. So travel, because change is inevitable. And having said that, allow me to share this picture, if you don't mind. This was taken in 2021 in Ukraine, and how beautiful the background is. We don't know if it's the same scenery back there in Kiev, in Ukraine. So this is why I'm emphasizing people to take this opportunity to travel, because change is really inevitable. Thank you, Toastmaster Ricky.
Well, thank you so much also, distinguished Toastmaster James. For this portion, can I just call you by your first names?
Yes, please.
Well, I want everyone else here to feel that we are all relatable and reachable, because we are talking tonight about a topic that most people only dream of. And they think that traveling is so expensive and that it is impossible for ordinary citizens. But guess what? Tonight, we will prove them wrong. So Toastmaster Gerard, can you share with us, when did you start traveling?
Actually, the first time I traveled was still in the Philippines. You know, the Philippines, for those who doesn't know, Philippines is composed of 7,000 islands. And since I came from the southernmost part of the Philippines, I've always have this desire to explore those in the north. So when I was in high school, I just graduated from high school. So me and my high school classmates, we went on a travel. Since we're from the north, we went all the way to the Ilocos region. For those who doesn't know, it's the northern part of the Philippines. So we traveled for 5 days and we explored, and that initiated my, that woken up my desire to explore more. Because when I went and visit the place, I discovered that, I'm just a small part of a very big place, and it's so sad if we won't be able to explore that. So that started my desire for traveling.
Well, I believe that you're right there, because when I was also still in the Philippines before, I used to think that the Philippines already is such a huge place. And not having traveled in the southern part of the Philippines, I've just been to a few provinces nearby my province, which is Nueva Ecija. I thought that, oh my God, this is such a huge place for me to conquer. And guess what? I think I was wrong all along. And I have realized that when I started traveling, when I reached Saudi Arabia before, that's when I thought that, oh, the world is getting smaller. What can you say, Toastmaster Edres?
That's right. I agree with you, Toastmaster Ricky, that the world is small for us. I started my travel during my college days because I got my freedom when I studied college. So right after the first weekend, I traveled to Punmulok, the city of our Toastmaster JD. So I also didn't know that my father will come at that time. So he was searching for me at that time, but I was not there in my boarding house. So that's when I started to travel. And after that, I went to Singapore for free when I landed a job in Singapore in the government of Tagum because the government of Tagum sent me to attend the Asian Congress of Dietetics, and that's for free. Back to you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Jess. Well, I believe that we are all in the same line now, that we're talking about the challenges that we faced before we started traveling. James, what can you share with us? I mean, how did you start all of your travels, having reached 49 countries already?
Thank you, Toastmaster Ricky. This is the reason why I owe so much to Toastmasters. Because of Toastmasters, I went places. And the very first place that I love is Barcelona in Spain. It was during the mid-year training for all the District Rio, the club road director, program quality directors, and district directors of Region 13 and 11. We were attending this training, and I was really fascinated with how beautiful Barcelona is. And that started basically my journey. Immediately, right after that, I took the opportunity. I wanted to visit the next, livable city like Paris and Rome, which is actually in my bucket list. So take this opportunity while we can still travel. And it can only be done if you have that interest. So this is one advice that I can offer. What interests you? What fascinates you? So that will start there. That will start there. Just try to build up that interest in you. Thank you, Toastmaster Ricky.
Well, I believe that you just gave us the key word that we want to talk about in the next topic or question that I would like to throw at Toastmaster Gerard. You have mentioned earlier that you have already been to 7 countries already, but you visited one of those places at least 3 times, meaning that you have shown interest in that country or in that place and maybe shown love. Can you share with us which country that is?
Well, the country I'm referring to is Turkey. I my visit to Turkey is actually just by accident. My father, we just lost our father that time. I was supposed to go to the US, but then when my father died, everything changed. So I was in a hurry to forget about, not forget, but try to distract myself from being sad. So I saw this picture from Instagram wherein a lady was standing and above her are the hot air balloons. So I checked the comments and I've learned that it's in Cappadocia. So I've learned that Cappadocia is in Turkey. So that's when I immediately booked my ticket. Instead of going to the US, I availed the electronic visa because once you have, just for the information of everybody, once you have a US visa stamp in your passport, then you can automatically just avail an electronic visa, which just costs $20. So instead of spending like 1,000 reals, that's about maybe 4,000 or 15,000 pesos. So I just spent, I think, around 2,000, I think. So that's a big save. So I immediately booked my ticket and went on to Turkey. So when I went to Cappadocia, it was in October. It was already starting to change. The weather started to change. It's about to go winter. So I was so in love with the place because I've seen a lot of celebrities. They get engaged in that place because it was so romantic. And it's true. Indeed, it was true. When I was there, I've seen all the hot air balloons and it was just so nice. So I've been, and aside from the sceneries, what I love most about Turkey is their food. I'm so fond of grilled food, and I think Turkey, they do it the best. So that's why I keep on coming back to Turkey. And actually, I have booked my next trip to Turkey this coming October. So hopefully it will be a nice place. Well, last thing. aside, the reason why I want to visit it more is because there's a lot of things that you can see and discover about Turkey. You know, Turkey is, as they say, it's the gateway of the east to the west, and it has been not colonized, but it was managed by three different I think dynasty, as you can call it, like the Ottoman, the Christians, the Romans, something like that. Cleopatra has been there, the sultans has been there, so it's a mix of different cultures, and it's so nice that they have it all. And even though the people comes with different nationality, you can see the diversity, but still there's unity.
Well, I couldn't agree more with you, Toastmaster Gerard. And I think that I have just written Turkey recently as one of my places to visit in my bucket list. And of course, who doesn't love Turkish food?
Yeah.
And speaking about food, we have one panelist tonight who loves food. And I would like him to share about his experiences in his travels abroad and trying the different cuisines of the places he visited. Toastmaster Edres, would you like to talk about that?
You know, food is part of traveling. If you're traveling to somewhere or in one country, you have to try the local food because someone told that if you are not trying the food, then you're not a traveler. So you have to try what's there, except if it's not halal because I am Muslim. So I have to be, I have restriction on food. So I love, it was my first time to try hearing in Amsterdam. I believe Toastmaster Ricky, you did it because I seen your post on Facebook about hearing. It's like someone in Filipino, it's like kilawin or kinilaw. I like it. It's only I think 8 or 10 euro. So I love it. And also in Czech Republic, I have this ice cream with a cone. It's only, I think, 5 euro and a lot more. I will tell you that every time I travel, I have to check what's the local or national food, and I have to try. By the way, Toastmaster Gerard, why you are not inviting the four of us so we can go Turkey? Four of us have a valid visa, we can go together.
Yeah.
Yeah, you should. I'll PM you of the dates that I have booked.
I think we should plan it after this meeting.
Yeah.
And I think we would like to share the plan also with the rest of our audience this evening. And I would like to remind everyone that if you have any questions while the discussion is going on, please feel free to raise your virtual hand and we will try to accommodate your questions even while we are still discussing them, you know. And so far I have heard that our panelists have already talked about the geography. Where are those places located? The places they have been to. From east to west, you know, like Toastmaster Gerard has been talking about Turkey, wherein I have learned that this part of the Istanbul, for example, represents the European part and the other one, the Asian part.
Yeah.
And we've been discussing about the food, which goes to the topic of culture. Now, there are a lot of things we have been learning now just by talking about the word traveling and being the wanderlusts that we are. I think Toastmaster James, distinguished Toastmaster, would like to share with us some tips and tricks. What do we need to consider if we would like to travel to a new place or country?
Yes, thank you, Toastmaster Ricky. Well, first, it goes back to the question, what fascinates you? What interests you? Does medieval castles fascinate you? Does history fascinate you? Nature trekking, camping? First, you need to know what instills or what tickles your interest, and that will follow. Then, do your research. No, I started checking countries that I can visit using my Philippine passport and checking all to those destinations that match with my interests. I also watch travel blogs, especially those people who went there already, the reviews of the every cities that they've been to, the documentaries. It will really help you prepare for your travel. Of course, you have to know how to get there. Are you planning to go to Maldives? Do you know that there are some flights going first to Sri Lanka before going to Maldives? Something like that. And also, you have to check the cost. This is very the prime consideration. How much will it cost you to go to that place. Just some budget tips that I can offer you. Check those destinations that have more free activities to do. Like when I've been to Kiev, it's like an open museum. You can do many things. It's like a big museum and so many historical places that you can visit. So the best part of it's all free. It will not cost you a dime. Visiting natural parks, their open parks, so many interesting places to go there, to visit there. And also check their transport network. No, I like Europe because they have an extensive transport network. What I mean by that is that I can go to Paris, to the next city by train or by bus. And in Europe, they are very disciplined in terms of time. So expect that there might be some delays, but most of the time they are very accurate. They are very conscious about the time. So I guess I will consume much of the time if I'm going to complete all these slides. But if you have a question, you can post those questions in the chat box and we'll be able to reply. Thank you, Toastmaster Ricky.
Well, I believe that there has been a lot of information going on in there, Toastmaster James, and I believe that I have learned also a couple of things from the few slides that you have shared, because most of the things that people are asking, it's like related to the costs. So how costly or how expensive is it to travel? Well, the answer is it depends on where you are going. Okay. So if you know where you are going, if you did your research, or if you follow the right path, and then I believe that you will have to save a lot of money. Well, I remember in my first few travels in Europe, people keep on asking me, hey, Ricky, how much does it cost to travel? Like how much per day? And then computing in the simplest mathematics formula, I just say it's like 1,000 reals per day. Meaning if you are going there for 2 weeks, like 14 days, that's 14,000 reals. But what does this 14,000 reals include? So it includes already your round trip plane ticket, your hotels. During those days, like I travel, I stay in a hotel which costs around $50 to $100. And then of course the visa. Remember, we are paying for exit for entry visa in Saudi Arabia, as well as Schengen visa if we are going to Europe or other countries, like around 600 reals for the US, around 800 reals for UK, and around 500 reals to Schengen if you are processing through the VFS. Well, for those who will be asking about where and how to process all of this, we will give you more information later on as we progress in our discussion. So yes, every travel that we do, we learn new tips and tricks. And in the end, the more frequent we travel, the lesser expenses we incur. Like for example, before I used to pay 300 reals to 500 reals per night in a hotel. And now I am paying only between 20 reals to 100 reals in a hostel, right? Imagine the savings that I have from the hotels alone. Remember, hotels and plane tickets are those which incur most of the costs in our travels. Am I right?
Yeah, that's true.
Toastmaster Edres, where is that place that you have visited wherein you incurred the most expenses, and why did you incur such expense?
I think in Amsterdam, in Amsterdam, the hotel is very expensive. They're more expensive than in Paris, although Paris is the fashion capital of the world and a lot of people are going there as well. But Amsterdam is the most expensive hotel for me of all the countries that I've traveled. But I think the lesser one is in Turkey. You can have, I think, 100 or 200 real per night. But now I got it free because I have my friend there in Amsterdam, so I'm staying there for free and I only need to worry about my food. So that's one of the tips there. You have to meet someone or you have to be friends with many people so you can have free accommodation and even food.
Well, having said that, Toastmaster Edres, I would like to share with everyone the concept of couch surfing. Gerard, James, are you aware of couch surfing?
Yeah, I'm aware. But
have you heard about that? I would like to ask our audience, have you heard about the word couch surfing?
Yes.
Yes. Who's that? Is it
Me,
Toastmaster?
Lada.
Ah, Lada. Yes,
Of course.
Lada. I would like to ask you, what is your idea of couch surfing?
Couch surfing is awesome.
I think we just lost Lada.
I think it's a network of those who are willing to host visitors.
Yes. Well, Couchsurfing, for those who do not know, it is like an international organization of travelers, of like-minded individuals. So if you are a member of Couchsurfing, you can go to a place where there are couch surfers, and these people can offer their couches, literally, or their houses, their beds, okay? And they can host you for a night, 2 nights, 3 nights. It depends on the availability of the house. And also for couch surfing, you don't only go to a place to stay for free, you also get to host other guests in your own home. So there's a website called Couchsurfing, and this particular website is like any other social media platforms like Facebook and all of this, wherein you create your profile. And then how do you trust someone offering you his home for free? Remember, Couchsurfing is free. It's symbiotic. You give, you take for free. Okay, but others maybe for the act of generosity, as a sign of being thankful for the host. Maybe you give a gift, you treat him for coffee, something like that. Okay, but how do I trust again the person, or how does that person trust you to stay in his house? We have references. So once we create our profiles and we make networks, we meet friends, we stay in, for example, in a friend's place, and he makes a reference, meaning like a testimony that Ricky is such a wonderful person, he is kind, honest, blah, blah, so on and so forth. And these references will be my reference, or will be that host's reference, in order to trust you to stay in his house. Okay? So I believe that we have reached already the 30-minute mark, and now we go to the more important part of our discussion, which is visa processing. How hard is it to process a visa to a specific country? Like, Toastmaster Edres, have you any experience of like denial in the visa processing? Any challenges you have encountered?
Alhamdulillah, here in Saudi Arabia, it's very nice to apply for a visa. I got my 10 years visa here after traveling to Europe, right? Because I met the chief of staff of Manny Villar, and she's my friend now, and she's the one who advised me to apply for US visa. And right after coming back here in Saudi Arabia, I applied US visa, and I got in 2 minutes, Alhamdulillah. And after that, I traveled again to Europe. I applied 3 times in Paris. I got only 1 month, and the last visa I got from them was single and 15 days only. So I told myself, I have to stop. So I go to the Netherlands, and I got 3 years, and now I got 5 years. I think frequent travelers, and you have to show that you can travel and you have good records. Of course, it includes your employment certificate. Maybe it also helped that I am working here in Saudi Arabia for 14 years now, and also the bank in your money.
Yes. Yeah, what about the Toastmaster Gerard? Did you encounter any challenges while processing visas to the countries you visited?
Well, so far I have not encountered any difficulties. I think it's greatly because I'm hired in a government hospital. So basically, those who's trying to give you visa, their main aim is for they're trying to check if you can afford, and if you don't have any plans of working there, especially for Filipinos like us. It's very common for us Filipinos that when we try to go to a different place, we stay there and try to look for a job. So it's very important to show to the one giving the visa that you have a stable job and that you're coming back to, like for me, like Saudi. The last question that he asked me was actually, why should I give you this visa? So I answered him, well, because I just recently signed my contract and I don't want to have any legal issues with my employer. So after that, he gave me he got my passport and he just told me that just wait for your visa. So that's when I applied for the US visa. For Schengen visa, I think it's mostly once you have this powerful visa like the US visa and the Schengen visa, I think you will not have difficulty in getting other visas. And also one last tip is you should be truthful, especially when you are applying in the form. Sometimes we have a different thinking when we are filling up the forms, and then when we go to the interview, we try to say a different thing. So you should always be honest and stick with the truth, because when you stick with the truth, even though they try to change the question, you can get away with it.
Yeah, and the truth will set you free.
Yeah.
You will be free to roam around the world. DTM James.
Yes,
So
I
what
think
challenges did you face? Yeah, visa processing. Sorry. Yeah.
well,
Any
my
tips?
first attempt, yeah, my first attempt of getting a US visa was denied, mainly because I lacked the tie or link with Saudi Arabia, because I just transferred with that company. One of the considerations that the those countries that are providing you the visa is the security. You have to convince them that you are going back to your host country. You're not going to work there. Just like our values in Toastmasters, integrity is a must when applying visas, because we are presenting ourselves. It's like selling ourselves. They have to trust us. So you have to show truthful documents. And I think, as Gerald said, if you traveled a lot, there is a bigger chance for you to be approved for those powerful visas such as UK and US and the Canadian visa. So start traveling to small countries like nearby neighboring countries, like here in GCC, we have Bahrain, we have Kuwait, we have UAE. Start small, and then eventually you will be encouraged to go farther than your present country.
Yeah, that's right. Toastmaster Abu Bakar, I've been seeing red. Can you please let us know how many minutes we have already taken in this segment?
Exactly 35 minutes, right?
Exactly 35. So let me just speak for a minute regarding some tips and tricks before I ask our panelists any final words, as I did not see any hands raised for the questions from the audience. Well, what I would like to add up to those things that have been mentioned by our panelists is that, yes, right, you start small. Here in the GCC countries or Middle Eastern Gulf countries, we are free to roam around Bahrain, Kuwait, UAE, Qatar, and these do not require hassles in visa processing. Well, UAE now has been implementing visas, e-visas, as well as Qatar, but I mean, it's still easy to go around the Middle Eastern countries. Now, if you want to have a taste of Europe and at the same time have the cost of Asia, and then go to Georgia, Armenia, Azerbaijan. So these countries are very popular now as tourist destinations, and I always encourage my friends to go there, because it's not only, maybe for Armenia, you can process e-visa as well as Azerbaijan, but for Georgia, you just bring a copy of your IKAMA in English translation plus insurance, and then you're free to go, okay? Now, when you have already obtained visas like Schengen, US, UK, Canadian visa, and then all of these things are like guaranteed already for life. That is, in the future, whenever you want to process visas, it's like automatic, they will just give you because they've already been issued visa before. And if you have these visas, the powerful visas like Turkey and other countries in the European Union, sorry, in Europe, which are not covered by Schengen, for example, like Albania, Macedonia. Am I right, Toastmaster James? That you can just go there with the use of your Schengen visa. So that will be your passport to going to these places. So I believe that there's a lot that has been shared to our audience. And before we end up, I would like to ask for final 30 seconds of words of wisdom from each of our finalists, starting off with Toastmaster Gerard.
Well, I would suggest and advise everyone to explore the world. There's so much to learn and there's so much to see, and you'll be amazed by the things that you will be discovering, and you will be amazed by the people that you will be meeting. And it's so nice to, as they say, traveling changes you, and it's true. The person that left is not the same person that comes back. So we always get something new when we travel. That's it. Back to you, TM Ricky.
Yes, thank you so much, Toastmaster Gerard. What about you, Toastmaster Ed? Any final words?
I think a lot of people are raising their hands like TM Pita and or GE, but my final word would be travel as you can while you are still young. You have the money, you have the capacity, you have the energy. Travel now. Don't wait for tomorrow. Don't think about the money because it's just the money. You can earn it, but the time, oh my God, it's tick tock. You're consuming your time. Back to you, Team Ricky.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Edres. And finally, distinguished Toastmaster James. Any final
Thank
words?
you, Toastmaster Ricky. The world is bouncing back. We have seen the worst in the past 2 years. We were locked in our homes, in our countries, and the world is now opening slowly. So take this opportunity. They said that if you want to test your limit as a speaker, join the speech contest. So if you really want to know yourself, your limits, your weaknesses, your strengths, travel. Because in travel, you test your independence, you got to know yourself better. Thank you, and thanks for this opportunity.
Thank you so much, distinguished Toastmaster James. And remember, everyone, most of you buy gadgets, new cell phones, bags, shoes, and watches. But remember, traveling is the only thing you buy that makes you richer. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and friends. This has been Toastmaster Ricky Chuidian for the Wanderlust. Back to you, Toastmaster of the Day.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Ricky Chuidian, and also all his travelers in the Wanderlust. And I think DTM Fata is been raising his hand, but okay, President, I'm so sorry. The flight is already arrived in the airport, so I'm so sorry. You can complain to our department. You can complain, Ricky, that afterwards. But the journey need to go on. So everyone, just like what all our panelists and also moderators say, keep on traveling. Just like me, in 1 week I traveled to 3 countries because I'm sitting in the place where Indonesia, Singapore, and Malaysia are just like a triangle. So keep on traveling, keep on learning, keep on growing, and meet a lot of people, make you grow and make you. I think we can have a lot of experience and learn from other people. Then that is the most beautiful things that we can learn from each of every one of us that we see. So now let's go to our next session. Our next session is none other than table topics. This is how to go for our impromptu speech. And we will have our beautiful champion, and she is our secretary in Horizon Toastmaster Club. And she is also was a person that very shy at the first, but now she is in London, Glasgow, if I'm not mistaken. Are you back in Saudi or are you still in UK, Toastmaster Michelle?
No, I'm back on Friday.
Oh, okay. She's back already. So everyone, please give a big round of applause to our Princess Michelle Amurahel, our Secretary of Horizon Toastmaster, as our table topic master for tonight.
Thank you, Toastmaster Eliza. You become a queen and I become a princess now. Okay, hello fellow Toastmaster and dear guests. Welcome abroad. This is 326 Horizon Airways flight. Please pay attention that I will demonstrate table topic session now. Today, we will continue traveling around the world and sharing all unforgettable moments and memories with the team. Table topics help us develop 4 virtual communication skills: listen, think, organize, and deliver the speech, as we usually do in our life. The topics that I have prepared for you all are funny, and I will try to give and provide speaking opportunity to maximum audience members as I can. This session is not only restricted for pick some participant, and you are welcome to volunteer yourself by raising your virtual hand. The timing for table topic session is 1 to 2 minutes. The first minute is the minimum time. 1 minute and 30 seconds is the target time, and the second minute is the maximum time. Speakers are allowed to speak up to 2 minutes, 30 seconds. After that, they will be not qualified. So, dear passengers, before we begin, please fasten your seatbelt, and now a new session is ready to take off. Let me start with our DTM Abdel Fattah. Are you ready, DTM Abdel Fattah?
Huh?
Are you here? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear. But I think there's a gentleman who raised his hand before me, Mr. Elos Theophilus. He raised his hand, so he's got really priority, sincerely speaking, in all fairness. He raised his hand, the first one. So I give him
sure.
priority. Is Mr.
We can give him chance now.
Yes. Go ahead, sir.
Okay. My question to you is, what is your dream country that you would like to visit and why? I will repeat. What is your dream country that you would like to visit and why? Stage is yours.
America, the dream of the beauty of the world. Well, this is the country that I would like to visit. And if you are asking me why, because that's the origin of Toastmasters International. It will be an euphoric moment for me to visit my fellow Toastmasters there, the founders, the readers, the past leaders, the current leaders, the future leaders. Well, there are so many things that can be offered by America. They have 50 states to visit. Can you imagine the beauty of the state itself? I can visit Texas, I can visit Chicago, I can visit California. I cannot really mention all of it. Because of what? Because I cannot really also mention the province in Indonesia. There are 34 provinces in Indonesia. And yes, of course, after Toastmasters, I also love WWE, the SmackDown and Raw. I want to watch the wrestling itself in real life, real situation. I have been a big fan of wrestling. Also, I love the NBA. I love sports. I love the organization itself, that most of it are coming from USA. Also like the Hollywood itself, the celebrity from them. And then also I really inspired by the tagline American Dream. It is really an euphoric tagline and slogan that will always remembered by those not even American citizens. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you have this dream, you should try to achieve it. And welcome to the country that everybody will always dream of, America. Back to you, TTM. Michelle.
Thank you, thank you. I agree with you. I had a plan to visit America, but unfortunately not yet, but it is in my back list. So is there any other volunteers want to go for the second question?
You're the boss. You can pick up.
What? Yeah. I'm giving the chance for them, then I will pick. What about DTM Nazir?
Got him.
Yes, go ahead.
Since now you are just came back from US, let me ask you this question. So, who you would usually like to travel with and why? I will repeat. Who usually like to travel with and why? Stage is yours.
Okay. First and foremost, we like to prioritize traveling with family and especially the wife. You know why? Because she is next door, she is listening. Okay. Now she knows that I want to invite her to come with me. But due to restriction of vaccination, she stayed here. So the next thing to go with is friends of Toastmasters. Unfortunately, this time only 3 people were there from Saudi Arabia. Myself, the district director, and the PQD. He's probably listening here on this. I don't know if one of the people here listening, Sridhar. But you see, when you have 2 people there, chaperone, moving around and helping you, especially if you are tired, it gives you a boost. So I didn't have any chance to make any, practices in, except once in New York. Then I said, oh, these guys will help me. And the only thing on their mind was food. They want to eat. They go everywhere, eat. I don't have a chance to deliver any rehearsal. Especially this guy, he's looking at me now. He's always sitting there and eating. It take long time. And I say, don't we have, he said, when you want to rehearse? I say, okay, finish your food so we can go and do it. But anyway, it was enjoyable to go with friends. And of course, my priority is always to take my family. And next time in the Bahamas, I'll make sure they will go with me, especially if I have the youngsters, my grandchildren, who I have them in my speech, they will enjoy the Bahamas. And then I invite our great friend Fattah Nayar not to stay just stuck in Khuba. He should go and enjoy. I invite all of you to Bahamas next time. Let's go. Back to you.
Thank you, DTM Nazir. Okay. Any other volunteers or I can back? Okay, let's go with the Toastmaster Ala. Toastmaster Ala, can you hear me?
Yes, hi, I can hear you.
Okay.
Can you please switch on your video so that I can spotlight you?
I'm not ready to open the video. I was in the gym because
Okay. Can we go without video?
Yes,
Toastmaster
yes,
Hassan?
go ahead.
Oh. My question to Toastmaster Ala. What is the first thing that you do after you do check-in in the hotel? What is the first thing that you usually do after you finish the hotel check-in? Stage is yours.
I think usually I just order room service and start seeing the menu, so I can make sure that my stomach will be full always. And then I can ask the hotel what activities they have, like swimming, and what are the outdoor activities they might have. I can ask them if they can, if they have restaurants, indoor restaurants or outdoor restaurants in their in the same hotel. Sometimes I ask if they have activities for the kids, or I can have. Yeah, that's it.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ala. I will go with one more. Toastmaster James, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Yeah. Okay, my question to you is, what is the last country you visited and with whom? I repeat the question. What is the last country you have visited and whom? With whom? Stage is yours.
So let me unmute myself. Thank you, Madam Table Topics, for that question. Actually, it's not a country, it's countries. So we went to Scandinavia. But first, before going to Scandinavia, we went to, as Toastmaster Eddie said, the beautiful city of Amsterdam in Netherlands. Then we side trip to Norway, then to Sweden, then to Denmark, and finally our final destination in Germany. I was with a fellow Toastmaster, Rosal Sasson. He is my fellow in my club, Big Paria Toastmasters Club. Such a good gentleman because his only dream is to travel. So I was able to grant his wish. I was able to help him get his Schengen visa for the first time. And in our lives, there will be those golden opportunities when we can leave a legacy to someone, like what I did to Toastmaster Rosel. He loved traveling and he knows that I'm a traveler. I grant his wish, and the next time that you will hear him speak, it's all about stories of this travel. So, fellow Toastmasters, as we end this day, I really encourage you to think of those persons or people around us. If there's an opportunity to help, just lend our hand and try to fulfill someone else's wish or dream, because we never know how much happiness this will bring to them. Thank you, and back to our table topics, Master.
Thank you. I think we have two James here.
Yes, we have two James. Yes.
Yeah.
Murphy.
So can we give the other James opportunity also to speak?
Yes.
Okay.
Toastmaster James.
Could you repeat the question?
Okay. I will give you another question here. Okay, so what is the first thing you put in your bag when you travel? I will repeat the question. What is the first thing you put in your bag when you travel? Stage is yours.
Usually my sleeping bag, or because I get cold, or like a blackout mask so I can nap or sleep.
And why this is the first thing that you put in your bag?
Yeah, usually.
Okay, thank you. Can we take one more, or we are fine?
I think the time is, yeah.
I think that's it. We are running out of time.
Okay. Thank you, and back to you,
Thank you very much,
Toastmaster Eliza.
Toastmaster. Yeah, thank you
Thank
very
you.
much for very engaging table topic session. And I know that everyone is very excited about the travels. And yeah, just want to shout out to our PQD and CGD. TTM Sweden, hello. PQD, Shekhar, hello. And now, this is the time for the third session.
How are you?
I'm good. I'm still in traveling. So now this is the third session that we are going to go for the evaluation session, and this is going to be led by our none other Toastmaster, distinguished Toastmaster that I stalked him in the Facebook. He told me that I'm the one who's stalking him in the Facebook, but actually I have a detective that actually helping me about that. So let me call again our distinguished Toastmaster, Ruel Antiferos, sorry. The stage is yours.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Eliza. Don't worry, you are not the first to call me distinguished Toastmaster Antivirus. And yes, before we go to my evaluation, may I ask the timer who are eligible to be voted as best table topics speaker? Please state their names.
Except yes, except Toastmaster James Murphy, everybody else is eligible.
Please state the names of those who are qualified to be voted.
Yeah, Toastmaster Elios Theophilus, Toastmaster Nazir Al Qassam, Toastmaster Ala, Toastmaster James Edward.
Thank you so much. Our vote counter will be posting later the way to cast the votes for the best table topics, and or to give a direct message to Toastmaster Hassan to give who you think is the best table topics speaker. We are now on the third segment of tonight's program, which is the evaluation of how well we did in tonight's program. We have one speaker and these brave souls who participated in the table topics. These evaluation are the point of view of the evaluator. And you may want to take them with a grain of salt, or you may want to pass them. But I really suggest that this evaluation you try to consider, because we here in Toastmasters are always after the benefit that we get whenever we speak, and these evaluators will be giving the best suggestions that they will point out to you. In this evaluation, we will have the green light at 2 minutes, 2.5 will be the yellow, and of course, red will be at the 3rd minute. You still have 30 seconds to wrap up your evaluation. And I really suggest give a wrap up, a summary in your evaluation. We will be having 2 evaluators. And then later on, I will be again calling our meeting leaders to give their reports. For now, let's put our hands together and let's welcome the first evaluator who will be evaluating the speech of Toastmaster Ricky Chuidian, the frequent flyers, not the panelists, but the evaluation will be, of course, centering on Toastmaster Ricky Chuidian as the speaker. Let's put our hands together now and let's welcome distinguished Toastmaster R.D. Flores for his evaluation. Toastmaster R.D. Toastmaster R.D., are you in? Or you may be having some difficulties with your distinguished Toastmaster R.D. Flores. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. I can hear you. Yeah, 1 minute. 1 minute, please. I'm having technical difficulties. Just a minute, please.
Okay.
Okay, I'm back. Oh, shucks. So sorry. Wait. Shucks.
Did you go couch surfing like I did? Come back, come back.
Yeah.
Come back, come back.
What happened?
No problem. This will
We
be
hear you, but we don't see you.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Can I log in again? I'll just log out and log in again. I'm very sorry. Sorry,
Please
guys.
do it fast.
Okay, I'll do it fast. I'll do it now. Just a minute.
While DTMRD is trying to log out and log in again, just to explain to the
I'm back.
speaker.
I'm back.
And yes, he's back. He's very fast.
Okay. Just a minute.
DTMRD, are you in now? Yes.
Yes, I am.
Please start your evaluation.
My bag, my passport. Fellow Toastmasters and guests, aren't you all euphoric when you hear about traveling? I am. With everything ready with me, my passport and my bag and my notes, I'm ready to evaluate Ricky. But let me put down my passport and my bag. Ricky, the energy, the show, the wanderlust. It sets the tone that we're going to travel, Ricky. And who wouldn't be glued to their seats, listening and watching their screens, knowing that apart from you as the host, who is a jet setter, you are surrounded by panelists, credible panelists at that, starting with James, who is a globetrotter, Ed, who is a jet setter, and Gerard, who is a world traveler. We're all into the flight, Ricky, and right now, I'm giving you the best privileges that your panel discussion, your show, the frequent flyer, brought me to an experience. The standard colorful background, I love it. You and your host were having that colorful background of your luggages and the places that you love to visit. I see there USA. I love to visit USA. And another plus, like I was sitting in a business class, you set the tone that you're going to bring us to an adventure by simply watching and listening to you and your panelists, the beautiful places, the culture, the palatable food that they mentioned. Wow, it really brought euphoria to my senses. And of course, you as a moderator, you were in control of your panel discussion. Well done, Ricky. Their personal insights and their personal experience about the places they've been to added really color, glamour, and tastes to the discussion. Very colorful. Now, what are the things that I feel you could have done better? You know, when you are in a business class seat, I'm very sure that you would love to be served the best. And these are the things that I found out. First, you were a bit too fast when you talked, as if some Uber was waiting for you outside to ride right away. Another thing is, while James shared that beautiful slides about tips and pointers about traveling, I loved it. He could have shown also and the other panelists about the beautiful places. Georgia, Turkey, Armenia, Ukraine, Barcelona, Spain, and the food that you have showcased in the panel discussion. I was waiting for that. Otherwise, Ricky, you brought us to places, your panels were so credible, and I just wish that you could have worked on the things on your next panel discussion. You've done so well. It's you full of euphoria. Back to you.
Thank you so much, DTMRD. Even with such challenges like technical difficulties, you're still able to give this awesome evaluation. And if I may add, let me first evaluate the evaluator. Toastmaster RD, you were able to give drama to your evaluation by adding your bag, your passport, even some notes. I like that because we are stuck on you and we're waiting for how well you will be connecting with your outfit, your evaluation of a Toastmaster Ricky's speech. I like also that you were able to notice so many things that is good, but let me go on that part where you have shown Toastmaster Ricky what would have been added. There's some things that I have in my mind actually that you may have noticed. If you are looking at the exchange of text immediately after the speech, one of the best topics was mentioned after the speech, which is the unforgettable moment, like Toastmaster Ricky having to pay so much money because he did awfully wrong in his booking, like Toastmaster James having to hitchhike like Angelina Jolie. These are the exciting parts that I would have added in that part. Never mind about those, what are the moments that you have been there, different places, things. I was really hoping, Toastmaster Ricky, that you will give us, squeeze your guest on the unforgettable moments, on that part where you were able to practice your being a Toastmaster on this part of the world wherein you cannot communicate except body language. And that is really what I was thinking, especially with Toastmaster Gerard. Oh, the body you will never forget. Toastmaster James with that facial expression, and of course the hands of Toastmaster Edres. These are the things I was really waiting that you can squeeze from them. But overall, it was really very helpful, especially on the part where Toastmaster James started to show his tips to consider, the things that Toastmaster Doctor had been in the Philippines, and of course, the wonderful moments with Toastmaster Edres. Again, congratulations. Now we go to these brave souls who did well in the table topics. And I will be evaluating later the table topics master. But for now, let's put our hands together now and let's welcome our table topics evaluator, a wonderful person whose favorite pastime, she said, is couch surfing. Is it true, Toastmaster Lada? Please give us your evaluation.
Yes, yes, it is true. I see Ricky started it. Hello, my fellow Toast gods and goddesses. Ricky started, he started couch surfing. Then I started going couch surfing everywhere automatically. I kept going in and out. And then Artie almost joined me. Okay, so yes, I'm the table topic evaluator. First of all, our table topic goddess. Woo! Big hand. I came in, I don't know how she started, but whatever I saw that when she started, as I came in, she looked fantastic. She had a great background, fantastic questions. Yes, yes, yes. So I thought that was really, really good. You did a really, really wonderful job. Okay, so our first table topic, our brave first table topic person was Elios. Elios, are you here? Yes, you are. What a great start. America! That was so beautiful. I love the beginning. You were saying it's Toastmaster home. I loved it. It's 50 states to visit. You named them all. You gave examples. I like stories, stories, stories. In a table topic, always give a story. Give what you're going to talk about and give that story so we can relate to you. So you were talking specifics, which I thought was great. American dream. And if you have to dream this and you can achieve it if you want to. And then you ended, I was waiting, you ended with America. I loved it. I thought it was a great job. So I don't have anything else to add for you. So yes, you did great. Then we had our champion Nazir. Are you there? Oh, he's behind. Anyway, fantastic, Nazir. Who you would travel with and why. You are so funny. I don't think you realize how funny you are. You're hilarious. First we said travel with the family. Of course you travel with the family. And then your wife was next door, so you had to say that. I thought that was really funny. You said you were traveling with friends, Toastmasters. They gave you a boost. You wanted to practice, but they wanted to eat. Again, funny, funny, funny. Personal stories. That's what we want. And then, of course, you're going to end it with, you're going to have it take us all to Bahamas with you, and of course, you're going to take your family. So I thought that was great. Again, both of those first two table topics I thought were, for me, I loved it, complete. I was engaged, and I thought it was wonderful. Then we have Dr. Allah. Are you there, my dearest? Are you there?
Yes, yes, I'm here.
We need to see you, no matter if you went to the gym or not. You probably look beautiful. It doesn't matter. I'm sure you would look beautiful. So we really need to see you. And you answered the question, but we needed a story. We need something specific from you. Something, yes, you order room service. Maybe you could tell a story about the room service or the activities, but we needed a story from you. We needed something more to make it, to engage us. And it was a great question, by the way, Table Talk Master, but we needed something more from you. So next time we need to see your face at least, okay? Promise?
Yes, hopefully. Yes, inshallah.
Okay, you're so beautiful. Why not? We'd love to see you. Okay,
Thank you.
so please add a story, and that would make it better. Okay, James. Where are you, James? There you are, James. Love it. You said you went to all these different countries, you named them all, leave a legacy, but you know what I'm going to ask you, right? Give me a story. I wanted something specific, some specific story that you guys with your friend, that you got with Roselle, that's something that happened in all these places, which I thought would be good, would be very, very nice. And then the last person we have is James Murphy, who disappeared, but James, hopefully you hear us somewhere in the ethers, my dearest. You answered the question, but we need more than just the question. We need a little bit more than 2 sentences. we need at least you to go to, what is it, 30 seconds? What he's eligible with a 1 minute, right? I think you have to be 1 minute and then you're eligible. So next time, I know you're tired, but give us a story. Like with him, he could have given us a story when he didn't have the sleeping bag, when he didn't have the blackout mask. What happened? You know, how did he feel? So overall, I thought it was a very good session. Again, Table Topic Goddess, awesome. Woo, you did a great job, and everyone else did a great job. And I'm glad that I didn't go couch surfing in the middle of my evaluation. It just happens. It just poof, I go. Back to our beautiful table, general evaluator, God, Ruel. Antivirus, not antivirus.
Thank you so much for that bubbly, full of life evaluation, Toastmaster Lada. Really great. And I am stuck on you, listening on your evaluation with all of these laughters behind that, but still, there are some takeaways that our speakers would have to listen to and consider. Stories, specifics, and of course, take away, because these are very important in table topics, even if you're just speaking with that very short time. I love Toastmaster Lada's evaluation. And of course, you really have to take note of what she had just said. Before I give my general evaluation on the different parts of tonight's program, it is also proper that I have to call the rest of the meeting functionaries. But before that, our timer, please give us the time of the 2 evaluators so that we can see who are qualified to be voted upon as best evaluator. Mr. Timer?
Just a minute. Do we have the R counter as well? Okay.
The times of the evaluation only.
So this is my complete report. So for evaluations, DTM RD Flores, 3 minutes, 26 seconds. For table topics, I just timed it for each participant. 32 seconds for the first, 37 seconds for the second evaluation, third 52, 18, and 25. Team Lada is within the time limit.
So next time, Mr. Toastmaster Abu Bakr, or even the next timer, we're going to be considering 30 seconds per speaker, but still you have to continue timing without the evaluator exceeding the time limit. which is 3 minutes and 30 seconds. But I presume Toastmaster Lada is qualified, and Distinguished Toastmaster RD is also qualified to be voted upon as Best Evaluator. Please give your direct message to Toastmaster Hassan. Now, get ready. Our grammarian and our counter. Later on, the vote counter will be called by the President. Now, let's have the report from our grammarian, the beautiful Toastmaster Sanjita, for those who had mentioned the word of the day, which is euphoric, and those words that need its attention. Toastmaster Sanjita.
Thank you, General Evaluator, Distinguished Toastmaster Royal Ontiveros. Wow, what a wonderful meeting. But I'm going to switch off my camera, excuse me, because I'm going to read my notes and I'm a little bit feeling under the weather. So please excuse me. After I'm done, I'll be there on screen, okay? So fantastic, the euphoric, the word of the day was used first by John Dale, Eliza, Toastmaster Hassan, Distinguished Toastmaster Royal, Distinguished Toastmaster Elios, and thrice by Distinguished Toastmaster Adi. That's wonderful. And also I noticed that it was used on chat by Toastmaster Srinivasan as well. The fantastic words and phrases that I listened to, I would like to share with all of you. The first, it started with, "The world is a book. Those who don't travel only read the first page." Woo. Yes. Wow, such a traveler. You're just enlivening the traveler within me as well. "It is costly, it is tedious, it is tiring." Love that trios. Thank you for gracing. Gerard said, "Tomorrow hasn't any guarantee. Greatness comes from within." "Change is inevitable," said James. "What fascinates you?" is what I think was a clue to find out what kind of traveler you want to be. So he said about what fascinates you. I also got to know about a place where it was Cappadocia, a place in Turkey. There was lovely phrases like, "Truth will set you free," "Integrity is a must," and "Traveling changes you." I would probably also like you to say that as "Traveling transforms you." Travel now, don't wait for tomorrow. Travel, you touch your independence, you get to know yourself. How powerful. Traveling makes you richer, unforgettable and memorable. Michelle. In my bucket list, traveling with wife. Why? Because next door, she is listening. That was so hilarious. Fantastic. Energy, show, wanderlust, jet setter, frequent flyer, palatable food, brought euphoria to my senses. That was like Uber waiting. It was like Uber waiting. And brought us to places full of euphoria, give drama to your evaluation, unforgettable moment, hitchhike like Angelina Jolie, the buddy you will never forget. Talking specific, you hear us, I like this one. Hope you hear us somewhere in the ethers. That's so much Lada-ish. I'm stuck on you. Distinguished Toastmaster Rowan, you said I'm stuck on you, Lada. I love that. That reminds me of the song "Stuck on You." Needed a friend. Da, 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 da. All right, that's from my end. Over to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Sanjita. You are full of life. I love the way you have given us all these wonderful words. And surely we will remember them, not because they were already mentioned, but the way you have repeated them. Really, it's worth remembering them. And I'm very sure we have taken a great dose of great words tonight. But are we still having those in our speeches? Let's see. Let our counter give his report now. And everyone, please listen, because these are crutch words you may not want to keep in your dialect. Let's hear it from Toastmaster Abu Bakar Siddiq, or no, Toastmaster Muhammad Hassan, our counter. Toastmaster Muhammad.
Thank you, General Evaluator DTM Ruel, for this opportunity. After this meeting, I was in euphoric state, and I'm thoroughly enjoying the meeting. As an counter, my report is rather short, but starting with Eliza, she had few repeated words, such as he cannot, and few others as well. For DTM Ruel, a couple of R's and 2 to 3 awkward pauses. And for Toastmaster Ricky, 2 R's. For Toastmaster for DTM Gerard, 2 R's, 1 awkward pause. For Toastmaster Michael, few R's. For Toastmaster Elos, 1 R. For Sangeeta, there are few R's as well. So this is my short report. Thank you for this opportunity. Back to you, General Evaluator DTM Ruel.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Muhammad, for that really short and concise report. And even me, you counted my R's. It's okay, because these are really crutch words we are not encouraged to be keeping with ourselves, because these are the things that take away actually the momentum of those who are listening to you, and they may give like and strange, awkward, silent moments that we do not really need in our speeches. Now, this is the moment that I will be giving my evaluation in general of how well we did in this program. I like the business session program. You are always in touch with how well your club is doing. And so this is for the part of all the execom. I will not be evaluating that anymore, because that is for you. But for the start of the program, the introduction of the Toastmaster of the day, I really like how DTM Fatah is really encouraging everyone to introduce themselves. I like his enthusiasm in telling us everyone, give me life. And I like that. Right now, when we have our Toastmaster of the evening, Toastmaster Eliza, popularly known as the Princess, and now she is now going to be known as the DTM Princess, because she has got that character. I like it, because when you are having that, and all those people you're going to be introducing will follow you. You try to make it as lonely as possible, and you are expecting to be having a happy speaker. This is how you did it well. I like it so much, Toastmaster Eliza, and also connecting the topic, which is Wanderlust, to how you introduced our speaker of the evening. I like that too. The thing that I also like very much is how well you research to introduce me, which is really, really heartwarming. Now, for our table topics, Master, Toastmaster Michelle. Toastmaster Michelle, the questions are really quite simple. And let's say that they are easy to answer. The people you would like to bring with you on your travel, the first thing you pack in your bag, the people or the places you would like to go. These are normal things that we would like to have when we are traveling. I challenge you, Toastmaster Michelle, try to dig deeper. Like, for example, what is the most unforgettable experience you have when you were traveling? And how did Toastmaster help you when you were in that situation? You see that? You were tickled the imagination of, yes, it happened to me, this thing, and my Toastmaster training in table topics, as well as the reminder of the counter, I was able to talk with them without any See, that would be really wonderful, because you will always connect Toastmasters in wherever we go. Now, Toastmaster Michelle, another thing that I would like to consider is this. the points between the two speakers, where you have to ad-lib, where you have to give your words, where you have to give your bylines. I really suggest try to make a connection from that part where the previous answer was given to the next question. They're possibly like, yeah, I like how you answered it, but there's another question that I would like to raise, which is connected to that. This is the question. There will always be continuity between the two questions. And finally, the reports of our meeting leaders, brief, concise. I like how Toastmaster Sanjita was really taking notes. I like also how our timer is very concise in giving his report, as well as our accounter. For tonight's program, various meeting leaders, meeting the leaders of the meeting, as well as the leaders of the district is present today, which really gives us the pressure? No, which gives us the pleasure of meeting them. Having them together with this meeting is such a great pleasure for us. Having all of these popular personalities in Toastmasters is a wonderful way of getting together great names and great people, just like you are. And this is a night again that we will not forget, from all over the world, wherever we are. And I say, whether you travel or not, deep in your heart, you are in some place, because that is where your mind is. And that is how we are in Toastmasters. Again, this is your general evaluator for tonight. I bid you best of the evening. Please keep safe for the rest of the evening. With that, back to you, Mr. Toastmaster, Madam Toastmaster of the evening, Toastmaster Eliza.
Very much to our general evaluator, distinguished Toastmaster. Well, everyone, please give him a big round of applause. It's a very encouraging journey that we had in Toastmaster, how all of us is from how many countries all around the world, but we are in one place, in one organization, to grow and with one mission actually, to help others, give impact to others, help each other, becoming a public speakers. And the best part of it, we are not just becoming a great speakers, but we are becoming a great human, where everyone is actually helping each other, supporting each other. That's how I love in Toastmaster in our family. So our wanderlust, I think this is the end of our session for tonight. I believe that all of you are having a great time. We are also learning many things. And if you want to learn how to Zoom, you can contact me. But if you want to go in physical, you can contact Ricky. And I hope all of us can start to saving so we can follow our DTM Nazir and DTM Feta to Bahamas next year. But if you are not going to Bahamas or US next year, still we can meet each other. Since all of you are in Saudi, maybe I'm the furthest one. Me and Lada can fly to Saudi. So we also can meet you, and DTM Nazir, we can also get your signature before you become a world champion in Rio. Yeah. Then after that, Lada and me will see. We met him before he became a world champion. So guys, I'm very happy to serve as your Toastmaster of the evening for today. Looking forward for the next meeting. And now I return the podium to our handsome Siko, distinguished Toastmaster, Fatah Enayal.
All right. Thank you so much. That was really a great session. I'm experiencing that people are actually not moving. Am I having a problem? Is it only me, or is it the same? For instance, I see Hassan stands still. He's not moving. Maybe I have a glitch with my internet. Am I audible? Can you see me moving? Yeah.
We see you and we see you move. We're moving.
All right, so I'm alive. All right, okay. That was great, Eliza. I mean, please, guys, please stop calling her princess. Please. She's the queen. Now she's the queen. Don't demote her. All right? She's Queen Eliza. Queen DTM Eliza. Right, thank you. Now, that was great. And I would have to respect the time because I think we are like 3 minutes above the board. And I would like to very, very quickly move to what every president does at the end, and that is ask our guests to have just 1 minute, because of the time really we have, to give us his opinion.
Point of order. Point of order. We have the results for the best speakers for table topics and evaluation session. If you would like.
I was just about to mention that before I go to the guests, but there you are. You're very fast. Okay. Well, I'm still seeing everybody, moving. I'm blank screens. I don't know what's going on. Maybe it's my PC. All right. So, Volkan, can you please tell us the winners of both the speeches and the table topic and the evaluators? Go ahead.
Thank you, DTM Fatah, for this opportunity. Toastmaster Elios got the majority of votes for the table topics. Congratulations, Toastmaster Elios.
Excellent, excellent.
And for evaluation session, guys, any guesses?
Aha.
Lada.
So Lada got the majority of votes. So congratulations.
No, I give it up for Ardi. Ardi, no.
Lada. Just they voted for you, Lada.
Hey guys, it doesn't matter. My gosh, no. Lada is.
Me and you, Ardi,
Congratulations.
we both winners.
Thank
Oh
you.
yeah, of course. Yes.
Always.
Back to you, DTM Fatah.
Thank you so much. Now I would like to I got a request to allow Ricky Chuidian to present certificates to his panelists. So please let Ricky go ahead. Ricky?
Thank you so much, distinguished Toastmaster, Mr. President. I would just like to present these certificates of appreciation to my panelists. So the first one is hereby awarded to Toastmaster Gerard Louie Docdor, Toastmaster. I think he left already. The second one is for Toastmaster Edres Sacurat. Thank you so much for being part of my presentation this evening. And finally, to distinguished Toastmaster James Edward Taruc. Thank you so much. Now back to you, Mr. President.
Thank you so much. And as I said, I would like to very, very quickly go to our guests. Now I'll start with who I see on my screen first. Elios, can you please give us quickly, in less than 1 minute, your opinion, because due to time factor. Elios, go ahead.
Hello everybody, here from Indonesia, Surabaya, and I would like to say wonderful meeting for all of you here as the wanderlust traveler here, and you should be enjoy to travel here. And I really love about the panelist discussion there. I wish I could be one of the tourists, one of the guide also that can help people to find their voice. I mean literally, because in Toastmasters we help them to find the voice itself. And also I love the table topic question. It is really intriguing me to have the interest to travel. Sometimes I feel like I don't really like to travel. I really like to do a business trip, and I think I need to have that kind of relaxing time, not only about business. So yeah, overall for the meeting itself, it is enjoyable. I really love about it. The camaraderie, the evaluation itself, it really have the feedback for all of the speakers that needed it to improve themselves. And also from the thorough detective skill by our TMOD here that really make it a very personalized message to introduce the speakers, the evaluators, and yes, all the road takers. That's a very great one to improve for the meeting. Thank you. Back to you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Sorry. DTM Fatah, I need to have a disclaimer that actually I having all the data is from Hassan, and Hassan got it, I believe, from Ricky. So DTM Ruel, sorry, yeah. But maybe next time I will stop you. I need to find what is your name in Facebook and add me. sorry.
Thank you, Elisa. Thank you. Okay, go to our PQ DTM Sridhar. Would you like to quickly give us your opinion, DTM Sridhar, if you're there?
Yeah, thank you so much, distinguished Toastmaster. I'm still under jet lag, but then I just joined the meeting. Just came yesterday night, early morning rather. Yes. Now it was a wonderful meeting, traveling and all. I felt like talking on the table topics. It was so good. The topics were so good. It was so nice seeing you all after 2 weeks, and it was a wonderful session. And looking forward to attend more sessions. And nice to see you yourself, DTM, Nazir, and even Shaker. Shaker has not opened his camera, but maybe there or not, I do not know.
Thank you so
Great.
much. Thank you.
And thank you.
Thank you so much, DTM. So now DTM Sheikha Tiwari, go ahead. Your opinion, please.
Thank you so much, our president, to DTM Fitanail, my mentor. So what you can say about a meeting is just lead by DTM Fitanail and super princess Eliza and our great leader, Ricky. So definitely the meeting is beautiful and I love this. But one thing I have to tell to our traveler, this one, I hate traveling now. I hate traveling because one best way given by our ally, Princess Eliza, world traveler, Toastmaster. We can travel without spending a single money. We can tour whole world within a month, I can say maximum. This is all about that, but it was beautifully present by all the panelists. So congratulations to each and everyone. And actually, I'm a lover of this. Means it is my lifetime dream that to travel without money the whole world. So this is the beautiful presentation given by our princess that I can travel without spending money by traveler or our traveler Toastmasters Club. So thank you so much. I love to attend Horizon Toastmaster Club each and every meeting because superstars are conducting, superstars are presenting, and superstars are the audience of this beautiful club. Over to you, sir.
Thank you so much. And please, guys, please, not a princess, queen. How many times she's a queen? She's been
No, Eliza, because I'm a old age, I'm just almost reaching to 60, so she's princess for me always.
She's a queen. Anyway, DTM Nazir, you're a guest. Go ahead, give us your opinion, please. DTM Nazir, there you are.
I'm not a guest. I'm a part of this team. You remember you trained me for the contest.
There you go. Need your opinion on the meeting.
This is a colorful meeting and wonderful personalities from New York to Malaysia to Saudi Arabia, everywhere. And I even see people from Riyadh. So it's great. This is a wonderful forum. Horizon, you are always on top. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Now remind me, Hassan, if I've forgotten anybody, any other guests here? Uniati, if I'm not wrong, right?
Yeah, Uniati and Carla.
And Carla. Uniati, can you give us your opinion quickly? Okay, Uniati might have a problem because she couldn't speak earlier on. Let's move on to Carla. Carla? Carla also have an issue. All right, so I think Edres is a guest, although he took a part, but still he's a guest. Edres, give us your opinion quickly. No, okay. I think that's it. I've gone through all the guests, I believe, right? You just have to help me there out with Hassan because I'm looking around. I just don't
James Edward, just quick.
I mean, come on. Of course, he's the founder of all the clubs in the Eastern Province. James, go ahead, give us your opinion about the meeting and about the panelists too.
After that compliment, I don't know what to say. Thank you, Toastmaster, DTM Feta, my good friends. It's nice to see a club that welcomes everyone from all walks of life, from all parts of the world. It's so diverse. So keep this spirit. This will be your strength. And we love to join you whenever the time is free. Thank you so much and enjoy the rest of the evening.
Thank you. Mabuhay, DTM James. Mabuhay.
Thank you, DTM
I
James.
think Ruel is a general evaluator. He gave his opinion, but you have 30 seconds to just tell us quickly your opinion. Go ahead.
I love the bubbly character of everyone. I enjoyed the meeting. And yes, you started it, which means that you started, you ended it, and everyone is still happy even at this very moment. Thank you so much for this wonderful evening.
Thank you so much. I think I have given everybody a chance to talk. Shikar, you raised your hand?
Yeah. Sir, if you allow me one small thing. So, dear all, our club member Toastmaster Lada is conducting a workshop as MOC on Friday. So please join us to encourage the best MOC of one of the best MOCs in this world, I can say, Toastmaster Lada. And our District 80, the member of World Traveler, is presenting the workshop, Swarna Kalyan. So please join us on this beautiful Friday, 3:30. Before that, on Thursday, 7:30, our member of this beautiful club, DTM Sridhar, is presenting PQD workshop with the presenter is one of the best division director of this fraternity, Dr. Mahesh Pillai, is presenting that workshop. So please join us to support our presenter as well as our members of this beautiful club. Over to you, sir.
Thank you so much. Thank you. And DTM Sridhar raised his hand and he has 20 seconds. 20 seconds. Yes.
10 tomorrow, please, we are having the first PQD workshop on DCB points. Please be there, everyone be there. And secondly, I have already brought some parcel sent to me by Eliza, the Queen. So when I come to Alcobar, I'll give it to everyone. Whoever says.
Thank you.
Sure, I can get in touch with you for that as well.
Thank you so much. And since really time is pressing, I would like to conclude with one quote which I really loved, and it says, "We travel not to escape life, but for life not to escape us." We travel not to escape life, but for life not to escape us. I loved it.
Great.
It was so great. And let me tell you, if you're a president of a club, you be lucky like I am. You know, I raised my hand and I didn't get the opportunity to ask a question. The table topic said my name first. I said, no, go to the guest first. And then she ignored me. Isn't that lovely? I love it. Anyway,
Awesome.
Anyway, that was a great evening. Thank you so much, guys. And we have stayed a little bit longer, but because of the euphoria, I guess we can afford to go for those few minutes. Thank you so much. Good night, and say good night to everybody.
And let's take a picture. Crazy
Yeah,
picture.
good idea.
Everyone,
What
open
is
up your cameras.
What is
James, where are you? Ed, where are you? Ready, everyone?
Ready.
Okay. Nice.
All right.
Nice.
Guys.
And Shakar, get the phone in there. Shakar, I want to talk to you.
Good night, everyone. Good night.
Thank you so much, DTM James, Edres.
Shakar, stay.
DTM